Okay, DeadwingDork has been around for years doing this lolcow content. And he just put out a video a few weeks ago where for about 2 hours he goes over this document. And the document has screenshots all over it of this website. It's a Fediverse instance. You don't know what the Fediverse is. It's basically like a decentralized social media network where through having an account on like one email server, you can access a whole bunch of instances of websites that are all independently ran and maintained. So that even if one goes down, they're not all gone. So it's very difficult, especially because of international laws and stuff like that. It's very difficult often to get stuff taken down. So there was this document about this guy who runs and this website. I don't want to name any of it. I don't really want to give it any more attention than it needs to. But this guy who runs like essentially like they call it a rad queer website, where they're all about, you know, oh, shouldn't kids be able to fuck, like, yeah, that sort of thing. Very, very terrible, very cringe stuff. Very gross. But there's not a whole lot that can be meaningfully done about it, because they operate under a pretense of roleplay, of fiction. So anytime a user is claimed to be 13 or whatever, they're actually going to say that's a role player, that's fictional. That's just a fetish. It's all just a kink. And that may be true for many of them. Don't get me wrong. That may be true for many of them. For a lot of them. Probably for the vast majority, let's be real. Because I don't know how many kids are going on fucking Fediverse instances. However, the obvious problem is there's no way of knowing. And once you have a website that has that pretense set up, where there's essentially adults seeking relationships with minors, but oh, it's all okay because it's fiction. It's like you're still kind of just doing the thing. And if a child does access that, that is now an incredibly dangerous situation, because none of those people are thinking, oh yeah, I need to do that. I need to do the moral right thing here. Actually, I shouldn't do this with this kid. None of them are thinking that. So that's obviously a pretty big problem. It also has AI-generated content, drawn content, if you can sort of picture that, or not picture that, but you know what I'm getting at here. So, DeadwingDork here does a 2-hour video on this website. Now, this video gets struck down. This video gets struck down because allegedly, or well, there's posts about it, the members of the website, users of the website, decided to mass flag DeadwingDork. So YouTube took it down. DeadwingDork appeals it, and then YouTube denies it, citing child safety problems. Now, why might this be? Why might this be? Now, to a moron, to a complete idiot, somewhat to a 70 IQ, mouth-breathing knuckle dragger with no chin, like DeadwingDork, you might think you can get away with pretending that it's because YouTube is siding with pedophiles. You might think you can get away with saying that. Thankfully, audiences are hopefully a little bit wiser these days, and he's not going to get away with saying that, because we're going to explain the issue here. And actually what happened, if you go and look at the video, not only does DeadwingDork show various blurred images at different points in the video, which are nondescript. You can't I didn't, you know, I wasn't going to sit there and fucking pore over the images and try and reverse search them and shit, to be honest. So I've got no idea what the images actually are, but they're blurred images nonetheless of human, like, sort of silhouettes and stuff. And also featured the URL of the website at the top of this document. It's like on a Google Doc, so the document title like moves down as he scrolls. It follows like the camera down, like the screen share down. So it's at the top of the page the entire time is the URL of this website that's not been shut down. He knows it's active. So he's just right. It's a banner ad. Let's be honest. Let's be totally real with what's going on here. I tweeted about this earlier. I was like, most people take sponsorships for banner ads, but DeadwingDork is doing it for free because I guess he just loves the product that much. That's all I can interpret. Obviously, using his logic here. He just must love this product so much. Sorry, not DeadwingDork. Jesus Christ, why do these retards have the same name? DeadwingDork. DeadwingDork just loves the product so much that he's decided to run banner ads for it. DeadwingDork. 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 Holy fuck. We'll call him Claw. His name on Twitter is Claw. Okay, because he's got one arm. But this guy's a complete fucking idiot, man. This is the biggest moron I've ever seen. And we're going to watch his video about it. And we're going to look at some of his absolute dense tweets. Because this guy is so dumb. And he's done this for years, by the way. He has done this for years. He has pretended. I've seen so many times where he's like, oh, think of the kids. I'm protecting kids. I'm exposing pedos. That's his bit. He always does that fucking stupid shit. I've seen him do it many times. So it's not surprising to me at all that he's the type of guy to immediately start spurging out and accusing people of siding with pedophiles when he doesn't get his way. Does not surprise me whatsoever. So we're going to take a look at the video and then read some of the tweets. I'm just going to find his Twitter on my other monitor. Oh, alright, here we go.
This is a fun little update video to inform people that YouTube has finally gotten back to me regarding the Rad Queer Hell Site video, which was taken down from my channel a few weeks ago. They asked for a link to the video, and I gave it to them, and they told me that it would take a couple of days to decide, and then several days later I found out from another YouTube person that I spoke to that that probably shouldn't be the case. I guess they hoped that I would give up or forget about it or something. They finally did respond with an ultimate decision. And yeah, believe it or not, YouTube
like, look at how dude. I think they were hoping that I would give up or forget or something. Look, dude, they have a process. It's a fucking corporation. Once your appeal is processed, they're going to give you a response. You got your response, and now you just don't like what the response was, even though it's perfectly reasonable.
Decided to stand by their decision that my video exposing a website filled with child predators is against the rules of child safety guidelines on YouTube. I included...
Yeah, because, like, he can't... Does he not realize? Do you think he genuinely doesn't realize? Or do you think this is completely dishonest? I think this is completely dishonest. I think this is completely cynical. I don't think this guy actually thinks this. I think it's a complete grift. This Dolan guy sounds like a fucking hero. I mean, Deadwing. Yeah, I don't believe he's this dumb. I can't believe it, someone would be this stupid. One look at that video. One look at that video. And you can tell. You can look at it and go, oh yeah, I can see a few reasons why YouTube might think this is a child safety problem. Yeah, I can think of a few reasons. I can see immediately a few problems. So why is he getting on video and pretending that they're siding with pedophiles? Crazy.
Several images that proved that, at least to my estimation, I would say they prove more or less that. And
listen, you can hear he is a mouth breather, by the way.
People on that website are proudly flagging me for apparently my video is the one that's a danger to child safety, not them. YouTube saw this and allegedly took several days to make their decision, and their decision was still to side with these predators. Like, I understand.
Side with these predators. Dude, people need to stop pretending that mass flags actually work. Even in the case of Mr. Girl, right? Mr. Girl was banned for a YouTube video that was initially reported, taken down, reinstated by YouTube, and then years later, mass flagged by groypers, and then banned again. But then, Mr. Gold got unbanned. And then Mr. Gold got rebanned very quickly after for child safety violations. So even in that case, it was not about the mass flagging. Now you can argue whether the child safety thing is valid in that situation. I don't think it is personally, but it was not because of the mass flagging that he stayed banned. It was a decision, a deliberate decision by Google, by YouTube, to keep that ban, to keep that content gone. So the idea that it's just, oh, YouTube listened to these mass flagging predators. No, that's not what happened, dude. There were reports that came in. Obviously, that led to increased scrutiny. But YouTube still manually looked at that decision. And they looked at it and they said, oh, yeah, actually, this should be banned. This does violate our policies. This is a problem. It's not just siding with them. And it's very obvious why they would make that decision. Yeah.
And their decision was still to side with these predators. Like, I understand that it's a bit of a MAMAMAX thing. The optics of it are not lost on me, right? It's just that MAMAMAX, you know, we know that he just faked all of his videos. Yeah,
The issue with pick a side wasn't he was faking it. It was actually exactly this. He had a video taken down for totally legitimate reasons, for having nudity in it or something. And then he spurged out and said YouTube was siding with predators. It's the exact same. He's doing the exact same thing.
We've got confirmation from the people on this site that it's real. The reason they want it down is because it's real. I even made a joke in the video that, haha, just fiction warning, because that's what they say on
dude, you can say, haha, just fiction warning, but if you're promoting the site, they're still going to have an issue with that, dude.
Stupid site, and
the stuff is still there.
That did not deter them. Surprise, surprise. So yeah, this is a very real situation, and not only is it a hotbed of predators on the internet, but they are actively talking to children, if the people on the site can be believed.
That's an important caveat too. Listen, he's very, oh man, he's super slippery with this stuff, because there probably aren't that many kids on that fucking site, really. There probably aren't. It probably is a lot of role players. Obviously, it's still a dangerous situation because it is so fucking ripe for abuse. But just because his evidence for these people being underage is just that they say they're underage on this forum. That's his evidence. That's the evidence he uses to say these people are underage. He's not got any identities or any, like, confirmed, like, anything that you can cross-reference. It's just, it is always just, oh, look, here's a post where they say this is their age. It's just not very good evidence.
I suppose it's possible that some of those alleged children are actually, you know, feds or randos trying to bait people, but...
or, you know, people engaging in a sort of roleplay fetish thing, like they're describing, many of them are.
At least one of them is a real...
Yeah, a lot of them say age fluid. Look at this one, intro post, where we are age fluid, typically 11 to 13. They're not saying they're underage. They're not actually... This person's not actually underage. It's very unlikely... I mean, obviously I don't know, but that is incredibly... It's incredibly unlikely to me that this person is underage.
Adult-attracted minor, then I really don't understand what the hell YouTube's decision was here. Is it the optics of the thing, that it's June, it's Pride Month? I'm not the one that made the site political, I'm just showing the site. That's what the site is. I can't make the site not be what the site is. Every single person that I looked at on that site has some manner of
look, and then trans age 12. Like, look.
Pronouns in bio.
It's just bad evidence, too.
Or pride flags.
It's just crazy. Like, this whole thing, he is just MAMAMAXing. He's full-blown MAMAMAXing. It's so pathetic. It's so weak.
Very much want to push the social upheaval of pedophilia acceptance. This is a group of predators that are going after not just children, but they are predating on the LGBTQ community itself by essentially parasitically leeching onto this community and cry-bullying.
Yeah, and DeadwingDork's gonna stop it. Yeah, DeadwingDork's gonna get rid of the pedos. Yeah, he's gonna save the LGBTGGs.
about transphobia anytime you point out that they're, you know, not valid. Yeah, not exactly the same as...
If you're role-playing as a pedo, you're probably a pedo, not gonna lie. Probably, I agree. But if you're role-playing, that doesn't mean that they're actively molesting children, right? On that site. There would have to also be children there for that to be happening, not just pedophiles.
Being an adult who wants to have sex with another consenting adult, or even being an adult who wants to express their gender in a different way than, you know, the sex that they were assigned. Those are very different things than wanting to have sex with children and animals and dead people, and there's like sexuals on this website. I don't see how anyone could find this okay. I guess
yeah, no, this guy is MAMAMAXing. There's no way he's this stupid.
Different way than, you know, the sex that they were assigned. Those are very different things than wanting to have sex with children and animals and dead people, and there's like sexuals on this website. I don't see how anyone could find this okay. I guess we horseshoe theoried a little too close to the sun, and we wound up making a part of radical leftist queer ideology. Great job, guys. Good.
I don't know what he means by we end up horseshoeing a little too hard. There's been a lot of that sort of stuff in like the queer ideology academia as far back as it really goes. I mean, there's that queer Jeopardy, queer theory Jeopardy video, isn't there?
Good job. If this was a decision made for the optics of the scenario, then it's a frankly ridiculous decision, and I will not stop talking about this until they force me to. If you suddenly see my channel disappear in the next couple days, then you know what happened. Now, I was not trying to raise a huge thing about this. I wanted...
Do you think if he didn't include the website's name and sends pictures, the video would still be up? I imagine so. I imagine so. Maybe if... I don't know how... I haven't watched the full thing, so I don't know how gratuitous his descriptions of, like, the RP stuff was. So it could be the case that he engaged in some gratuitous description of child sex or something. In which case, that would be possibly a problem for YouTube too.
For the optics of the scenario, then it's a frankly ridiculous decision, and I will not stop talking about this until they force me to. If you suddenly see my channel disappear in the next couple days, then you know what happened. Now, I was not trying to raise a huge thing about this. I wanted YouTube to act. I didn't want to be the guy who immediately goes to the big YouTuber. It's frankly cringe. But I gave it like over a week.
This whole thing is cringe, bro. You're embarrassing yourself right now.
And they have decided to maintain their decision, so at this point, academics, please respond. Anybody who has a YouTube channel of any size that sees this, please ask YouTube why in the f*** they decided to protect the child predators. My video is still...
Yeah, they're protecting child predators. Dude, they're protecting kids from your retarded decision-making. That is all that's happening. There's no one's protecting child predators. They're protecting children from you, dude. You put out a video saying, hey, if you're like a kid that's fucked in the head and wants to do something really stupid right now, oh, go to this website. You're literally inviting. You're putting a huge spotlight saying, hey, look, this is a great place to go if you're like a fucked up person who wants to either hurt kids or is some fucked up kid that's going to put themselves in that situation. Well, the thing is that pedos already have a site to flock to. Like, I'm sure it's not fucking hard for an adult pedo to find this stuff. I would imagine. It's probably easier than finding a lot of fucking CSAM content, I would guess, given this shit's on the clear net, right? But a kid is going to be using fucking YouTube and shit like that. They're likely to see that URL. And that's when the situation becomes like seriously dangerous. So that's why I want to focus on that aspect of it. Is because you're like introducing this to a whole bunch of new people. And you don't know what fucking effect that's going to have. But you're just going out there without we'll get to this, but without even reporting it to the authorities. Like he has not been in contact with the FBI or anything like that about this, apparently. So you're putting this thing out that to fuck knows who. To fuck knows who. And then what happens? Yeah, okay, I'll pull this up quickly. I'll pull up my tweet. 1 minute. We'll do this while I'm on this topic. Because I think this is important to this point, that it's creating more of a fucking danger. So, this is what he did. So DeadwingDork is currently having a full-blown MAMAMAX meltdown after YouTube gave him a child safety strike for a video in which he prominently featured the URL of the site.
Simpiaton super chatted $2. MAMAMAXed harder when he made that call to action.
Thank you. Given a child safety strike for a video in which he prominently featured the URL of a site promoting / soliciting grooming and abuse materials, as well as numerous blurred images. The best part, he seems to admit that he hasn't reported the site to authorities, just thinks others have. So someone asks him, maybe you should contact the FBI. Maybe they will do something about that website. And he says, to my knowledge, many people have been reporting the site for nearly a year at this point. To my knowledge, many people have been reporting it. When asked, maybe you should contact the FBI. So he has not taken any steps to stop this himself. He is not engaged in the process whatsoever. He has just gone, I want to make a video about this. Oh, all I care about is money. I don't care about raped kids. And then when YouTube say, hey, we don't want you making money in this seriously irresponsible way that could lead to kids getting raped, he turns around and says, why are you siding with pedophiles? Just let me make my bag. Let me get my bag. Why are you siding with pedophiles? You don't get to play both sides, bro. You either care about the bag or the fucking kids.
Still available for those wondering. Other channels have it. You can look up Rad Queer Pedos, spelled that way, and I believe you'll find at least one re-upload of it. I won't name names here because, you know, I want to keep everybody on the level, but thank you to everybody who did re-upload it. I think the message will still spread and these people will still scurry. But it's just a shame that YouTube has decided it has to be this way. As always, one of the worst things in this scenario is the corporate-ass ChatGPT shit response that YouTube actually gives you, which in my case, this time was...
Yeah, dude, you're not worth the fucking energy it takes to type out a response, for a real human to type out a response. Your problem here is not worth that energy. You're right.
Gently reminding me as if I'm a fucking moron to not do another child abuse, because...
Yeah, try... good advice. Good advice. I recommend you don't do another child abuse.
That YouTube actually gives you, which in my case, this time was gently reminding me as if I'm a fucking moron to not do another child abuse, because that would be bad. Oh, that's a good one, YouTube. Thanks. I'll consider that. It kind of reminds me of that copyright...
Yeah, you should consider that. Maybe stop for 5 minutes and fucking think about what you're doing, retard.
School thing, the Happy Tree Friends copyright school that they force people to go through when they get their first copyright strike, which are usually given for completely erroneous reasons, as everyone knows. And you're forced to sit through this thing that literally treats you like you're a fucking 5-year-old that has no idea how copyright works. Yeah, sorry, YouTube, my bad. I didn't realize inherently that exposing predators was hurting children. My bad. Obviously, this is also a bit of a, you know, mass flagging concern. I mean, it's apparently YouTube...
No, it's not. No, it's not. Mass flagging does not really work. You had an appeal. Your appeal was denied because your content breaks the terms of service. You had a violation. You had a violation in your video, and your video was removed. Frankly, you're lucky to still have a fucking channel, given the way you've acted and are continuing to act. The idea that this guy is sitting here is if one video gets taken down, I don't know if he's got a strike, one video gets taken down, and he's losing his fucking mind. Dude, you are lucky to have your channel. You are running a banner ad for a pedo site.
YouTube really has just come down fully in support of people mass flagging videos. Sniper Wolf was their first, you know, precedent in that regard, and now this, I guess, is another one. Yeah, so I mean, there's so many ways that you can slice this fucking thing. You can look at it as...
No, there's one way, and it's you're a complete fucking dipshit moron grifter. Honestly, I hesitate to call him a moron, because I can't believe that he believes this. I just cannot. There is no way anyone is this dumb.
You know, weirdos infiltrating the LGBT. You can look at it as weirdos trying to fucking groom your kids. You can look at it as YouTube deciding that it's okay to remove a video for completely erroneous reasons. YouTube also kind of sided with the whole Illymation mass flagging thing against that Think Before You Sleep.
I'm pretty sure there was a specific reason why that was taken down too, no? Wasn't there a specific reason to do with, like, doxing or something? There was like a specific violation in one of those videos?
Too, and I mean, you could argue maybe there was some weird stuff that he said in that video, but apparently they were flagging it for cyberbullying, which is just really not the case in that video. YouTube did reinstate that one eventually, probably because they got publicly humiliated enough, which I guess is just the only...
It's nothing to do with... Dude.
Only way to actually, like, effect any change on YouTube is to just, like, make enough of a commotion that they eventually... This is...
I'm pretty sure there was some reason that the video was initially taken down. There was some violation. It may be that it was changed or that they rescinded it, but I'm pretty sure there was something that was more substantive than just he was being a little bit mean. Think before you sleep. Animation. Right. Oh, she did get doxxed. So YouTube removed it for cyberbullying and then reinstated it. Yeah, okay. It wasn't in the video. So yeah, that's why they reinstated it, obviously. But they didn't reinstate yours because it did have an actual violation in the video. Did you see the problem here?
This is what they've forced people to have to do, is to be a big asshole about it and be the attention seeker. They've literally created a system where MAMAMAXs have to exist because you can't get any other change effected in any other fashion.
What? Yes, you can. You can appeal.
Attention seeker. They've literally created a system where MAMAMAXs have to exist because you can't get any other change effected in any other fashion by, you know, appealing the fucking video decision, by asking them on Twitter. They just won't do anything most of the time.
They aren't doing anything. Yeah, because most of the content they remove is content they actually want removed. Yeah, no shit. And they've got a very good reason to want your content removed. I think many people would agree with.
Video decision by asking them on Twitter. They just won't do anything most of the time. In my entire time on YouTube, I've had one scenario where they actually reinstated a video after taking it down for being, I don't know, too NSFW or something. And then like 3 months later, it got falsely copyright struck anyway. So...
Oh, simple to... Okay, I guess we'll just skip to this bit, alright? We'll go through some of the tweets as we're going through this video, alright? Okay, guys, I've got to show you this, alright? Yes, he's saying that, you know, MAMAMAX was doing the right thing, really, basically.
Oops, super chatted $9.99. Is he unironically defending MAMAMAX right now?
Thank you for the $9.99. Yes, basically, yeah. So here you are. TLDR made a video exposing a site of child preds talking to kids. Video is proudly mass flagged for child safety by pedophiles from the site. YouTube has seen proof of this and decided to stand by their decision. At Irrational Chad, at AnonBird, at Ordinary Gamers, at Moist Critical. So Chud, Turkey Tom, Mutahar, and Charlie. Pick a side. Pick a side, Chud. Stop protecting pedophiles. None of them have responded, I don't think.
You know, rest in peace to the urine therapy video. It's one of my first. It's one of my favorite. And I was just gonna let this slide. Ultimately, you know, I wanted other people to re-upload the video, spread the message on my behalf. But like, you know, I was fine with not having it on my channel. I was fine with that. And then I saw, well, for one thing, I saw them gloating about how I was pissed off that the video was taken down. So yeah, eat shit, cunt. But for another thing,
see, like, he's just like, you're just being dishonest because you're mad that the pedophiles kind of got you. Like, I'm sorry that it sucks to get pack watched by pedos. I get it, man, but you can't. That doesn't mean YouTube's siding with them. It probably feels like shit to get pack watched by pedophiles. But it doesn't mean everyone's siding with them, okay?
Off that the video was taken down, so yeah, eat shit, cunt. But for another thing, yeah, the continued, you know, silence from YouTube and then the negative response ultimately has soured me on the concept of just live and let live. Oh, maybe it'll get re-uploaded. The message is kinda out there. No, sir. Blast it from the rooftops. Make sure everyone knows about this shit. Fuck them up.
Yeah, please, talk about this as much as possible. I would love for DeadwingDork to keep talking about the situation, screaming about it. Yes, I would love for that to keep happening. I would love for you to completely lolcow yourself, you embarrassing sped.
YouTuber DM me and inform me that they also had a struggle, like last year, with a video that they made that common denominator themes apparently include pedophiles and trans people, and I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. I can't make it not what it is. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, yeah.
And he keeps talking about trans people as if YouTube's making this decision because they're like woke or something. I don't know why he keeps bringing up the trans stuff. Why he keeps acting like it's because it's queer stuff. Obviously not why it was taken down. It's not a hate speech violation. It's not a cyberbullying violation. Child safety violation. And there are very clear and obvious reasons why it might be a child safety violation in your video.
The video was taken down.
It's about the Ezra person, yeah.
And yeah, you know, happened to Turkey Tom too for very nebulous reasons. People started...
Not nebulous at all. This is not nebulous whatsoever. This is very clear. It was not clear at the time. Very clear why this is now. Because you can't pedo hunt without police involvement. And when they did the EDP sting, there was no police involvement.
Circulating the pedo tube thing, and then MAMAMAX kind of imploded. Let's not let MAMAMAX, as stupid as he is, sour us on the reality that YouTube is significantly worse. Yeah, so YouTube, pretty fucking stupid. I hope you...
No, not at all. Not at all. YouTube is way smarter than you, bro. Way smarter than you, bro. Very clearly.
You decide to change this decision. So this is now 2 times YouTube has, let's say, failed to act correctly in this scenario. If this was done to protect YouTube's optics and make it a fucking family-friendly ass place or whatever for everybody, well, guess what? I'm gonna make a concerted effort to damage YouTube's optics, and I don't give a shit.
Well, I honestly, you're so lucky you still have a channel. Drive your career into the ground, please. Now, obviously, all the comments are siding with him. All these morons are on his fucking side. Absolute dreg retards. You say pedophile once and the fucking idiots just fall in line. Clown world. That's what you get, Clawman. You know the rules. Now you're worse than Richard Spencer. Not shocked. YouTube higher-ups probably predator themselves. Google as a corporation is filled with predators at all levels. Like, look, I'm going to ban this video about PDF files to protect the kids. How is that protecting the kids, YouTube? I don't know. Why you made me think for like 5 fucking seconds, moron.
Simpiaton super chatted $5. Don't pay attention to all the similarities between me and MAMAMAX that I myself am showing you.
I give the $5, Simpleton. Like, it's so pathetic, man. It's so embarrassing, dude. He's such a just mouth breather. He really is, and he actually is as well. You can see by the shape of his chin. We can look at that in a moment, maybe. I don't know if I want to get involved in chin analysis just yet. I thought we should keep it to the points. But just go through some of his tweets here. Let's see. Yeah, what have we got? It's like non-stop for this guy. He's literally... I'll show you, okay? Still no word from YouTube about my video being removed by mass flagging from pedophiles. It's been a few days at this point. The silence is interesting. Starting to really wonder if there's a reason why YouTube isn't reinstating my video. Fellas, is it optically bad for the left to expose predators actively talking to children on our website filled with crazy people? Is that too problematic? A child safety violation? Hashtag pride. I don't want to put up too many screenshots just because I'm worried about what I can show. Apparently YouTube doesn't want people like this to be exposed on their platform. Apparently criticizing people like this is not acceptable. Why is my video not back up yet, guys? My video discussing the mass flagging pedo scum. Please share with your friends, your family, your favorite gardening influencers, your co-workers, your neighbors you don't like, your newsletter relatives, and your clergy. Where's the, There's a great tweet. Like, how do you tweet this and not fucking hate yourself? God, I'm fucking tired. I woke up on too little sleep and immediately began tweeting, then recording, then editing, then re-recording, then more editing. I was going to sleep in, goddammit. Right, you're cut up. I have to wake up and tweet. I have to wake up and tweet about the pedophiles. I have to get up and tweet about the pedophiles. I can't lay in. I have to get up and tweet about the pedophiles now. So pathetic, bro. Okay, let's do a little bit. I will just pull up the chin quickly, okay? Look, I'm just... This is why I say he's a mouth breather. You sort of see what I mean. I'll leave it here, but you... And he should have no problem with this. He should have no problem. He loves bullying content. Okay? It's not bullying, it's comedy, okay? But seriously, it's so fun. It's so... Why is no one else talking about this? This guy is literally... He's full-blown MAMAMAXing. This guy needs to get on a stream. He needs to get on a stream and he needs to defend this fucking video. He's not a nobody. He's not a nobody. What are you talking about? Oh, Sean had jump scare. He's not a nobody. Look, he gets fucking loads of views. 183k. He needs to get on a stream and defend this shit. John Head's not based. John Head's incredibly retarded. I'm not going into his chat to fucking badger him. This pussy just needs... I have tweeted at him. This pussy just needs to get on a fucking stream and defend his fucking points. YouTube is siding with predators. You should not be allowed to grift with such retarded narratives without being pressed on it. Like, you're going to sit there and make your... You're going to shit on him, praise of Shadows for having a bad video. Who else? You're going to shit on... You're going to talk about fucking feminist frequency stuff. You have all these opinions about all these topics and say all these people are being so dishonest and call them out. But you're not going to defend your retarded pedophile video. What does he say? Does he talk about it in the stream?
Censor inappropriate. No longer available on YouTube. I did tell people to download it just in case because I saw this coming, but I saw this coming for, you know, different reasons, I suppose. I saw this coming for Ezra getting mad and making it a privacy complaint or saying this is hate speech or something like that. No, as it turns out, YouTube has also recently implemented a new thing where they tell you specifically the timestamp for the offending thing in a video. As it turns out, the specific exact moment that got that video taken off of YouTube, a very popular video, might I say, was watched on stream by Chud Logic. A lot of people were watching it. A lot of people were learning about the horrible horrors therein. YouTube decided they didn't want that. They decided they didn't want that in spite of the fact that the video was extensively censored and every minor's name was censored. There were no uncensored images of children.
What was it?
The video was taken down for a child safety concern, which is just obviously extremely fucking ironic. So I sent them a little, you know, an appeal. And, you know, they tell you the lie that the appeal is going to take them 72...
So he said they were going to give him a timestamp. He didn't say what the timestamp was. He didn't actually cite the reason here.
Making it a privacy complaint or saying this is hate speech or something like that. No, as it turns out, YouTube has also recently implemented a new thing where they tell you specifically the timestamp for the offending thing in a video. So as it turns out, the specific exact moment that got that video taken off of YouTube, a very popular video, might I say, was watched on stream by Chud Logic. A lot of people were watching it. A lot of people were learning about the horrible horrors therein. YouTube decided they didn't want that. They decided they didn't want that in spite of the fact that the video was extensively censored and every minor's name was censored. There were no uncensored images of children. The video was taken down for a child safety concern, which is just obviously extremely fucking ironic. So I sent them a little, you know, an appeal. And, you know, they tell you the lie that the appeal is going to take them 72 hours to work on or something. They tell you the line, that lie. What happens actually is they see that you appeal it, and then 3 seconds later they decide that you go fuck yourself. That's the real case of it. They lie to you and say that they'll email you within 72 hours. Okay. Magically reviewed my hour-and-a-half long video and decided that I was indeed guilty of a child safety concern. My appeal read as follows. This video contains no obtained by child predators. It does not violate the child safety guidelines and is in fact meant to warn people about a website which is abusing children. The timestamp provided, 12:47, contains nothing graphic whatsoever beyond words on the website. There are no uncensored images of children in the video. That's the appeal. It was immediate.
What timestamp was that?
People about a website which is abusing children. The timestamp provided, 12:47, contains nothing graphic whatsoever.
I mean, the URL's on screen at that point. It is on screen. I mean, obviously it's on screen for a lot of the videos, so one time, yeah, I don't know how they timestamp stuff, but it is on screen at that timestamp.
Whatsoever beyond words on the website. There are no uncensored images of children in the video. That's the appeal. It was immediate.
Oh, 11108, he does the worst job of censoring AI image of a baby. That's rancid. Like I said, I haven't been through the full fucking video. Don't really want to comb through this kind of thing with like a fine tooth comb. It's kind of just fucking gross. But if that's true, that's fucking crazy. It's so, like, his behavior here is just so pathetic. Yeah, I mean, okay, right. I'll go to that timestamp on this fucking upload. Say 11111. Okay, well, I don't know that that's necessarily a image, a full explicit image, but I see what you mean. It is very fucking, yeah. That's, what the fuck? Dude, what the fuck, dude? Why you like? Why did you think you would be able to show this stuff on YouTube? Dude, he's such a fucking idiot.
Immediately rejected. And, you know, I don't mean to be all hyperbolic. You know, I'm not going to do the YouTube is secretly...
No, he didn't report the site. We already showed this. I'll show it again. But I don't have it. Basically, someone asked him on Twitter and said, oh, did you report the site? And he said, as far as I know, people have been reporting the site for a year. So when asked, did you do this? He says, well, as far as I know, other people have done it. So no, he didn't report the fucking site.
Well, I guess that is what the title says, isn't it? Well,
YouTube, in any case, doesn't want anything to do with this kind of content to the FBI. But you can say that, but you can get away with covering this stuff on YouTube. You can talk about this stuff. If you want to talk about the goings-on of a pedo radqueer site, you can actually get away with talking about that stuff. And even have it be monetized. But you can't you can't do shit like this. Let's pull up the child safety policy. Let's go through it. If you're posting content, don't post content on YouTube if it's any of the description like below. Sexualization of minors, well, I mean, that's already kind of a problem, because it was kind of censored. Yeah, man, I guess. Content showing a minor participating in... See, it says here, scientific or artistic content with blurring may receive an exception. May receive an exception. Not, you can do it if it's blurred. Well, no, it says documentary and all this shit as well. So, I mean, it does fall under kind of that, but it's not guaranteed that you get that exception, especially if you've very poorly censored it. What's, yeah, in here as well. Inflicting or advocating for the infliction of physical, sexual, or emotional maltreatment or neglect of a child. So, if you include stuff about that, yeah, you're likely to get fucking hit for it. Yeah, no shit. Just going, oh, well, I disagree with this, isn't going to cut it for every example, is it? Content that contains infliction of physical... Yeah, so that's that one. May you receive an exception from blurring. Content that could cause minor participants or viewers emotional distress, including exposing minors to mature themes, simulating parental abuse, coercing minors and violence. Yeah, dude. Sorry, your video's getting taken down, bro. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's got to be the URL. That's what I'm taking it as, personally. I wouldn't be surprised if there's other stuff in there that got hit, but I would stake money on the idea that someone at YouTube looked at that and was like, why the fuck? Why the fuck does this guy have the pedo site's URL at the top of his page for the entire video? 108.45 is a chapter literally named Images of Real Kids on the Site, which he then proceeds to show the kids. Let's see this. Well, they're censored, but yeah, it's all like photos of like kids and teenagers that are taken from like people's social media and shit, I guess. With them sexualizing them in fucking posts. Their faces are like crossed out, but not like crazy censored. Dude, this guy fucking sucks. How can you sit there and pretend you're like, wait, I'm on the side of the kids. I'm trying to protect kids, actually. When you're doing this insane shit. Yeah, the hiding behind raped kids is one of the most pathetic tactics going. Oh, I just got a reply to my tweet. You like Nick Fuentes, so you know a lot about pedophiles. Oh, it's because Claw's tweeted us out. Claw's watching. Yeah, you are grifting. Hey, listen, Claw. Chinless fucking loser. Pathetic chinless loser. Stop hiding behind raped kids, you sad fuck, and call into the stream. Your video got taken down for very obvious reasons. You're lucky to still have your channel, you nasty c***. I'm waiting for a tweet, Claw. I'm waiting for a tweet. DM me. Save the kids, Claw. The kids need you, Claw. The raped kids. The raped kids need you to promote the pedo site now. You have to make a whole video with the URL prominently displayed as a banner ad at the top of your video. Otherwise, the raped kids are gonna die, Claw. No, his heart's not in the right place. His heart's not in the right place. No, he's being blatantly dishonest. He knows exactly. He knows many reasons why that video was probably taken down that have absolutely nothing to do with YouTube siding with pedophiles. In fact, he knows that YouTube siding with pedophiles on its own is a retarded assertion. He knows purely that on its own is a retarded assertion to make. But he knows it's emotionally satisfying. He knows he can work up some people behind him. And it's fucking pathetic. It was a totally deserved strike. It was a justified strike or a removal of video. I don't even know this guy got a strike. He should have. It was a blatantly deserved strike. You cannot display pedophile websites URLs as your banner ad in a fucking stream where you're also showing poorly blurred images, AI content from that same site, as well as pictures of real children with their faces crossed out. Yeah, you took it too far. No shit.